We're live. Yay.
Ta-da!
We made it, guys. Well, I made it.
Well, I think we all barely made it.
You guys had a busy day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our son's graduation today.
Oh.
He graduated 5th grade. He's going to middle school.
Oh, there you go.
Let me tell you guys, I didn't graduate. I didn't have a graduation until 12th grade.
It's that entire scene from The Incredibles, isn't it?
It was rough, man. It was like, and sitting out there in the heat, and it's like, come on. And I appreciate everyone being able to get to say a little speech, but I noticed that everyone was saying the same thing. It was really tough this year with internet learning. It's like, please, the other ladies before you, 2 ladies before you said that. I get it.
And all the students said it.
Yeah. That's why the Oscars have the band.
Yeah. Oh, they let all the kids have a turn to talk?
Not all of them. 2 from each class.
Yeah. That's too fucking many. Wow. 2 from the whole school would have been sufficient. A really smart one and a really dumb one.
Yeah.
Wow, balance it out.
Yeah. I want to thank everyone for coming to class.
The other ones, school. Yeah. I was there. Play don't taste good. But you know what?
Rice paper's good for rolling.
Yeah, you know.
Oh wait, no, this is 5th grade. I'm sorry, my bad.
My I do got to give a little credit to my kid though. You know, he's overcome a lot. You know, I remember preschool. You know, we started feeling that there may have been some autism even in preschool, and his preschool teachers, they were really cool with it. Head Start, they were very cool. They figured out how to keep Caden on task. They gave him some Play-Doh, and he would keep the Play-Doh in one hand, and while he was doing his homework, and it kept him focused. And I remember, we're concerned that Caden isn't using his right hand. I'm like, and we're concerned we want to get him in occupational therapy, and I'm like, is it a chance that he's left-handed at all? And they're like,
oh well, look, it's like my father had the left-handedness beat out of him, so that might still be a thing.
And he so he you know, then kindergarten, he started kindergarten a little late because we were moving. So we moved into the house because we moved districts, and so we left the district. Then he went to kindergarten, preschool in, and then we came back. So he started kindergarten a little late, but his kindergarten teacher, after 1 week, she said, I can't deal with him. I had the perfect class before he showed up. I cannot deal with him. Nice. But she said that, but she did a lot of work to get him the help that he needed, help us get him his autism diagnosis. And the weird thing is, you hear autism and you freak out. You think, oh my goodness, well, how bad, how's he gonna be affected? I didn't get told I had Asperger's till I was 30, and I still don't even know what that really means. But I'm starting thinking, oh my goodness, he's gonna need this, he's gonna need an IEP, he's gonna need all this stuff in his class and all this extra help. And in school, his teachers were like, no, he doesn't need that at all. He doesn't need that. He's a smart kid. He's academically, he's fine. He just has behavioral different challenges.
Right.
But to see him go from that to 5th grade, graduating, that was cool. My chest was stuck out. So I've been pretty proud all day. And he didn't, but they gave him a rose because they said if you were a legacy student, meaning you're the last kid to go to the school from your family, so far anyway. They gave him a rose, and you could give it to an adult when you got out. Give it to his mother. What kind of crap is that?
You got to tell him why, though.
I don't know.
I know his reasoning.
He told me it's because Mom will take care of the rose and I won't. I think yes. I wasn't here when that deal was made. I'm pretty sure there was some extra video game time to be given out for tomorrow. Maybe some.
No, because he's grounded this weekend.
You probably promised him a Beyblade or something. I don't know. I can't weigh in. Anyway, let's start the show.
I am giving him his Beyblade block tomorrow, even though he is grounded this weekend.
Garbage. Oh, how many times I got up with him and took him to school? I see how this goes. Sorry.
Don't feel bad, V. Every one of my kids, except maybe one, would have gave it to Chris.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna do like my uncle did and bounce a tuition check or two and see how much you love me then. That's what I'm gonna do.
On that note, I'm gonna hit the
Did you
intro.
hear it? That's the sound of Courtney's head exploding.
We'll be right back, guys. Welcome everybody to another episode of GeekGasm. We barely made it, but we are here. And I am super hot right now.
Tail hose.
Hail ho.
Hail hose!
And as always, I am Lola, your indie princess, and I am the EIC over at indievolt.com. I'm the creator and writer of Lore, which you can find in demand on Indiegogo right now. And I am the owner of Shocker Comics and the co-owner of Last Call Comics and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's too much to name. But I am joined by Daphne Leish. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm frazzled, but I'm good. So hello. My name is Daphne Lage, and I am a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. And I have been self-publishing comics since 1992 because I definitely don't know any better after this week. I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which I'm finally getting the last of the books out. So thank you, everybody, for supporting me on Kickstarter for this. And I'm also known for my medieval fantasy soap opera, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which I am having a love-hate relationship with, waiting for all the stuff coming in so I can start the Kickstarter fulfillment process all over again. So you can read both my comics online at talltalesonline.com, TAILS, and eagleworks.com, EGOWORKS. And also you can check out all my videos on how I make these comics on YouTube at Daphne Lage, LAGE art.
You forgot my favorite one.
Oh, yes. And don't forget, you can also check out the House of Bob also via link at eagleworks.com. All your furry erotic goodness that pisses Courtney off. So,
Anita, how are you today?
I am great. How are you?
It's been a day.
Okay, so I am Nita Lanning. I am the social media manager, since I can't say SMM because it sounds sexual. Social media manager for Indie Volt Radio. I am co-founder of Everything Ragin', which doesn't exist yet, but it will tomorrow, and you'll find out what that means, right, Meredith? And that Meredith is my other co-founder, and then I'm married to this dude, and I'm a writer, vlogger, blogger, and I'm the co-host on Backer Shots on Saturdays. Okay, that's it. Just forgot.
And Minter.
Yes, my dear. I don't know how I got that. Am I like the oldest one in the group here?
Well,
No,
you were assigned.
The den mother.
Oh, I am
Yeah.
the dead mother. That's right. What happened to Splinter?
Want my goddamn
combined
cookies,
the two.
Meredith.
Your name and Splinter got combined into Minter.
Oh, okay. I get it. Hey, you guys, I'm Meredith Lochran. I am the associate editor over at Geek Insider, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast. I am a co-founder with that crazy creating chaos 24/7 lady for all things Ragin'. And I am also a writer of prose and comic book scripts and the co-creator of Reapers with C. Michael Lanning. That way. Yes, as well as a few other scripts that will be coming out soon because we are going to be working on art very, very soon.
Awesome.
It's everything raging.
Everything Ragin'.
And C.
I'm C. Michael Lanning, independent artist. I've done work with.
We can barely hear you.
See?
Is your mic on?
Like you can hear him.
Hold on.
They can hear you now. Talk through mine.
If all else
Okay,
fails,
how's
plug
that?
it in.
Yeah.
How's that? You can hear me? All right. I'm C. Michael Lanning, independent artist. I've done work with. I was told to shut up, so that's why I was kind of, talk about
Know your
SMM
role.
up there. I don't know what you're talking about, social media manager, but I know something about SM. Anyway,
So do I. I have done.
anyway, I'm C. Michael Lanning, independent artist. I've done work with Silverline, which you can find some of that stuff like this on Indie Planet, and probably some Kickstarters coming up, and some other things I can't talk about right now that I would really love to, but so
Gotta wait.
Just keep waiting. Maybe next time around I'll have some more stuff to say.
That would be awesome.
You could talk about how awesome it is to be married to me.
I could. All right.
Wow. All right.
And I said the best for last. Mr. Grant.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Varian Grant. I am a constant victim. Seriously, I'm renaming some most of my enemies. I'm renaming them Vic. Last name Demise. Tired of being victimized by you people. I'm just a walking like SVU case. I wake up in the morning. Here it comes. Bend over. So yeah, that's me, Varian Grant. I'm married to. I've been sexed in to GeekGasm, so I don't get any respect. I don't get any respect around here. I'm just yeah.
I hear you.
And sometimes I draw comics. Sometimes I write comics. I don't think I write them. I create them. I sneeze on the page and something's there. And yeah, I'm a comic fan. I go to the store. I'm in a love relationship with Marvel. I go to the store every week. I buy comics, and I'm told that I can't talk about them or say anything bad about them by people who don't buy comics because they can't afford them. So,
Ouch.
Yeah.
I can afford comics.
Yeah. I started a new section. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's called D.L. Hughley has notes from the GED section. I have notes from the EBT section, and that's why I contact them and say, "Hey, you guys suck." There's a Smirnoff.
Our proud sponsor.
I also read the questions here on GeekGasm. So yeah. But you guys got some really good ones tonight.
Oh, good.
Like really good or like
really actually good. Really good.
Oh, that's good. That's
yeah,
good.
That's
I mean, because we did last week's and that was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah. Kind of a tide shift today. This week. I didn't get to write them, so I have to read them. But you guys are
no
like
questions from actual children, right?
No.
Oh boy, what did I walk into?
Yeah. But now this one, should I start? Well, first of all, I want to bring up one thing too. I don't know if you guys seen this. We talked about it last night, very briefly. Two things. One, we talked about Zoop, but also we wanted to. I'm glad that it seems to be back up and in demand. John Schlestry, they messed with his account last night
they fixed it.
Yeah, it is currently up. I guess you can still back it, but they took his account. They took his Bloodwing Angel Chronicles down.
Indiegogo?
Yes.
Took it down due to nudity.
Inappropriate images, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Indiegogo?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He forgot
I think he
to
just
blur
had
out a penile lump.
But I think that I always thought that he blocked it out.
He missed one.
Not in
Oh,
all
he
of
missed
them.
one.
Yeah,
he
not
missed
in all
one.
of them.
There was a nip slip somewhere.
No, it wasn't a nip slip.
Oh,
it was a bump.
Right.
I think it was a peenie bump.
Oh,
Peenie bump.
Peenie bump. That's what I'm going to start calling it now.
Oh, here we go.
Well, it's not like
You need to say a penile lump.
Well, now it's a
well, I mean, it's not like they're heavily detailed. It's
not
almost like
detailed at
it's just a well hung Ken doll.
Right.
Yeah,
So like,
know.
all right.
And
It depends. Yeah, it depends on. Yeah, it's
back up.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Well, yes, that's the important thing. It's back up. It's back up.
But yeah, so that had to be very scary for him. Though, but what they do is they actually hold your money until you take the images now. Who was on the chat with us last night? They said that they actually was on Marcel Dupree said that they actually held his funds for months until he removed the
Offending images.
Yeah. And then he was kept emailing like, "Hey, why haven't I got my money? Why haven't I got my money? Because you've got nudity, sir. Take it down." Which
Guys, you gotta carry the show for a minute. I gotta go get my food.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
Now, the other thing that we talked about, and I'm sure you guys have seen it, we actually ran an article on it on
Okay.
IndieVolt, and it was Zoop. Have you guys heard about it?
I did because of your show.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what we like to do. Yeah. So Zoop is
And your Twitter told us about it.
Yeah. So the article's over on IndieVolt. Zoop is a new crowdfunding platform, but it's just aimed at comics, just comics.
Oh, okay. Right.
And they aim to be all in one. They want to be able to be, so they're going to be able to do your marketing for you, your printing, your fulfillment, all of it. Which is kind of scary because if you're a control freak like me, it's like wait.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's like I'm not a first adapter. So this is something to watch for me. I mean, for me, it's something to watch.
My granddaddy told me never be the first black person to do anything.
Right. Well,
always
treat it like a Microsoft update.
I would.
I like that.
I do think that I do like what they're offering. I'm a little hesitant. I know people were in the chat the other day. They said that someone brought to our attention that something in the terms of service says that whatever you upload to Zoop, whatever imagery you upload becomes their property.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Right.
So that could be an issue. I'm pretty sure it's worded in such a way that they don't mean they're going to take your item and run, but at the same time, you got to worry about stuff like that. But
right,
they are doing.
I mean, because legal verbiage is only as strong as the lawyer you have interpreting it.
Yeah.
So it's like, they could say, "Oh, no, it doesn't mean that," and until they want it to mean that. So
now the folks involved are Jordan Plosky, who was the CEO of Comics Blitz. They got bought by Citadine. He's also, according to this article, he's also the drummer for Big Time Rush. Nobody talks about that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like the Nickelodeon Big Time Rush?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works in his favor, but sure. Okay.
Also, who else is involved? Is it Eric Moss? And what's her name? Camilla Zahn. Camilla Zahn is over there as an advisor. So she's out of Kickstarter. She's left Kickstarter. She's over here at Zoop now. But they promise that they're going to make it so that you can
just to ask, I guess, just to clarify, what was her position at Kickstarter?
It's in the article. She was outreach, comic book outreach.
Oh, you mean the one who kept censoring?
I see where you're going with that one.
She may have had a post and a swinging door. She may have guarded.
Hold my earring.
Yeah.
I mean, just checking, because that might be something concerning.
Some people
provenance is kind of important.
I think it's an important detail. That
see papers before you enter the Zoop. See papers.
I mean, are you a platform or are you a publisher?
Yeah. Well, they're printing, they're publishing, they're marketing.
Right, but okay, but if I just want to put my stuff on Zoop, is there a toll to pay?
Yeah.
Well, Zoop doesn't get paid unless your project funds. So there's only one project on Zoop right now, but and it's called Burn City. Slow City Blues. I'm sorry, I almost had Burn City. Burn City is another book. Slow City Blues by David Barron, Samuel Haynes, Sean Mall, and John Livesey. That's the only thing up there. You can go check out Zoop at zoop.gg. But they got some other projects coming. What's the other one? They got Hail to Roll and Resolution from Ron Mars, Andy Lanning, and Rick Leonardi.
Andy Lanning, no relation to our Lannings, right?
Oh no, that's Chris's second cousin.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I see it every once in a while. I said, man, well, when are you going to go back to writing Guardians of the Galaxy, Andy? Come on, man. But he never answers me. So
yeah, Zoop is out there if you're interested. Now it's invite only right now, so I don't think you can get in even if you wanted to. But it is it is an option, and we'll be looking at it and watching it. And,
I mean, we'll be watching it. You know,
I don't know.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Seems kind of highbrow with that whole Nickelodeon Big Time Rush thing, and it's somebody from Kickstarter and Andy Lanning. I don't know, man. This might not be the everyman kickstarting comic book.
There's one book up there right now, which is again Slow City Blues. View this campaign, $12.66 right now. One campaign, 155 supporters. You can view the campaign too if you want. 35. They got a different, and it's everything's supposed to be a la carte. Everything's supposed to be, if you want to buy.
Okay. Well, I like the fact that they allow the graphics which each level.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Because that's something that I don't like about Kickstarter. That Indiegogo does. That it allows you to put graphics up so people can see exactly what they're getting in a level.
Yeah.
As opposed to scrolling through a campaign and hoping that they put up their own graphics just to show you.
Yeah.
I like the side by side layout too.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
And if you click on, let's see what it does. Let me see. Can you guys see that? Oh, it says I got to create an account.
Oh, you just bought something.
Yeah. No, it says I got to create an account. Yeah. Well. So yeah, it's something to look into, guys. Zoop.gg.
We'll keep an eye on it. That's all we can do.
Randy was concerned it doesn't have a .com. He says, "What the hell? No .com, not no .net, .gg." They're pushing out these prefixes now. You can get
right. Yeah, you can get anything now.
Yeah.
.art. Like if I wanted, I can get like an NYC prefix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just helps. It just helps. I would like to get a grant prefix, variant.grant. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, so there it is. Two things I figured you guys want to take a look at. I know that our promoters here, Rage and Promotions, you guys, that's another thing that you can look at when you're promoting. Do you guys think that confuses anybody though? Like, are you like? I know they're.
I'd like to read their fine print before I'd promote.
Yeah,
them.
well, yeah, that's
because I am not comfortable with the IP situation, the way that was worded. I want to read that for myself and see how I feel.
And I'm not comfortable with a person being involved who was infamous for being too involved, if you know what I mean. So.
Fair.
Well, and I'm looking at a Screen Rant article, and it says that Zoop, a new crowdfunding platform acting as a concierge service for creators. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, the fact that they can do the printing, they can pretty much do everything for you if you needed. Again, it's like what their prices are.
Right, and it speaks to that whole thing that has been drummed into my head from life experiences. You never put all the eggs in one basket.
Yeah. So I'm a little concerned about that too.
Yeah.
And when you see all those services, my thing is, how much are they going to take from me?
Right.
How much more are you going to ask for?
Right.
For me, for doing all of this for me. And two, it's kind of, you know what, too? And here's me doing a purity test, I know. But there is a camaraderie in looking at each other after a campaign, or even after making a comic and saying, bruh. And the other person look at you and they say, bruh, because they know. Yeah. They know. So if all you've done is you've drawn the comic, and that's great, and that's a lot of work. You put together the files, but then you sent it off. And now you don't have anything else. You didn't have to go find the printer. You didn't have to go negotiate the pricing. You didn't have to get them back and send them out. You miss a part of that.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with that per se. Like I said, actually, you said it. It's like, well, how much extra is this going to cost me?
Yeah.
Because it's like there's something to be said about shopping or being able to shop around and compare prices and all that. I mean, that's a different animal. I mean, if you think that, if this company wants to do everything for you and you think it's worth it, then sure. I mean, why not offer the service? But yeah, I think that there's a lot of things to keep in mind with this. That's why, it's, probably it's like, let's give this company 6 months. See if it even lasts that long.
Zoop poop.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of deja vu a little bit. But...
yeah. Me too. Me too. It's like,
Well, yeah, we heard of a company trying to do this. Remember, we heard there was a company a while ago that tried to attack me for no reason because they thought they was gonna make it on my ass, but didn't. You don't go toe to toe with the big dog. I am Superman. Next time you best bring kryptonite.
I like the whole strictly comics though.
I like that too. I do like that too.
I love that idea. If somebody would just do that without the other bullshit, just be a platform just to jumpstart freaking comics, that would be awesome.
They're doing a kind of a Google thing too. Right now it's only invite, guys. Sorry, it's only invite.
Well, those things usually start off like that. They usually start off
because now you're gonna be part of. I want my book up there. What I got to do?
There's a lot of new platforms that are invite only, as they. And the thing is, though, too, it's like, and also not for nothing, they're probably purposefully inviting people who know will make money, like the campaign you just showed us. I mean, we've never heard of this platform, and these people are making $12,000 already. So they're obviously purposefully inviting people who they know will.
That actually kind of adds to a little bit of their validity, is the fact that they are inviting people instead of, hey, come on and just give us your money.
Like beta test us for this, pretty much,
From India, and I wanted to bring this one up. This is from India.
Oh, ooh.
India, and she says, "Hello, ladies.
Hello.
She would like to know, and every time I get a commission from a fan, I see that they lowball me.
Yeah.
Whereas my brother, who has a very similar art style to my own, or only a year apart, is never lowballed. In fact, he's able to ask for $30 to $50 more than me. But people tend to just offer me the scraps. Sorry. Do you think this is because I'm a female, or is it just because I'm not aggressive enough in my pricing? We had a question like that before.
It could. Why not both? I mean, it's like,
I'm going with both.
Yeah, I'm going to go with both too. As somebody who's always been in that position. I mean, it's a combination of being aggressive and people thinking that they could just railroad over you. It's like, it's kind of hard to tell which is which. But the only thing that you could do, really, especially if there isn't a significant difference between you and your brother's style, then you need to kind of start pushing your financial situation a little bit more, and really setting that boundary that it's like, if you want, it's like, instead of them offering you money, you should be setting your prices to start off with. So then that way, right out the gate, they know where you start. And then if they try, if they try to negotiate after that, at least you can say, well, this is my price list. This is where it starts. This is not,
I think a lot of problems with that too, though, Daphne, is if people are coming out of the gate, oftentimes they don't know what to charge,
Right.
So there might be that kind of a confidence thing there too that factors into that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if she's feeling lowballed, then she's the one that needs to be standing her ground. Like,
Right,
if Daphne has $50 for a fucking cover, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, will you take 30?" She could be like, "No, fuck you," and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, okay, here's 50." That's how that works, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At least create a price list first, and put that out, so then people will get used to seeing. Because I see this all the time, like on Twitter, and a lot of furry artists do this too. They make a chart. They show the type of artwork that they do, and then they put hard prices there. And it's just like, okay, well, if you don't know, you see the chart, it's like, oh, now you know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like there's always going to be people who are going to want to haggle you to your lowest dollar. There's always, and there comes a point where you have to weed those people out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah.
I'm sending out an email. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I've got to send out now.
I do agree though. I think that's sending. I mean, I've never been lowballed. I don't think anyone's lowballed me.
Oh, I have been really. Look, I've had people practically beg for free artwork. Free, yeah, free. And he was right. And like there was one guy at a convention that I remember vividly. It was at San Diego Comic Con, and he was like trying to play off the fact that it was like it was a furry guy, and he was like showing off his character, his persona. It's like, oh, and he was trying to play off the fact that all the artists love his character so much they always give it to him for free. And I have to go, oh, that's nice. It'll be $45 or whatever I was charging at the time. And that was like the answer I kept hammering to him. But it like the more he tried to like convince me that his character was so spectacular, I had to do it for free. I kept saying, yeah, I'll do it for you for $45.
You should have raised the price $5 every time.
Yeah, I know. Every time he mentioned it, really. Yeah, and it got to the point.
Bitch, 100.
Yeah, and it got to a point where it's like it took him a while. I mean, it was literally the most boring conversation ever, you know. And honestly, there was nothing that special about his character either. So, you know, so it's like, yeah, it's like it was just this inane back and forth until he finally realized I wasn't going to back down. You know, and it's like, yeah, it's there comes that, yeah, it's like you have to stand up for your pricing.
There's also the art of the haggle too. I mean, you know, if an artist goes out there, like, sure there is. I mean, there are plenty of people who love to haggle, right? And so you set maybe the price that you really, really want, and you're like, yeah, that's the price that I can charge because I've made it. And then you're like, all right, yeah, I'll do it because that's the real number.
That's something. Well, but the thing is, though, that's something that it's like that I do on a case by case basis.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like it's not. It's like, yeah, there are people. Yeah, it's like there are people who love to haggle because they want to get the lowest dollar amount out of you, and the trick is kind of knowing who you're going to allow that. You know, it's like I'm not gonna. You know, it's like I didn't charge. You know, Lola full price, you know, or I wouldn't charge you or Nita full price. I mean, it's like,
wait, but it's reading your audience too, right? I mean, exactly, I think it's a little easier when you're at a con and they're standing in front of you.
But some dude out of nowhere trying to convince me that his character is so special, he deserves it from me for free.
What was he? Tell us. I have to know. Was it just a fox?
No, it was a skunk. And it was a skunk with an extra fluffy tail, like that was supposed to mean something to me.
Slightly clever. I was going like with either a fox, a dog, or a wolf. Okay, skunk is cool.
You know, but it's like, yeah, but him, it's like there was no haggling with him. Yeah. You know, I mean, and also it's like it's like a non-furry example. I was doing minion caricatures at a convention. I forgot which one. And this woman was asking if I could do if she bought like a whole bunch of, like she was thinking of buying a whole bunch of them for a birthday party. And I go, yeah, I could do that. And she goes, oh, do I get a discount because I'm ordering so much? And I'm standing there going, I'm not a fucking Walmart. You know, it's like I still have to draw these pieces.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's time and material.
Like, you know, right, exactly. It's still time I have to put in. So it's like, yeah, you kind of have to you kind of have to.
But see, that's the state. You don't go to a mechanic and go, "Hey, since you like working on cars, you feel like fixing
right?
my car
Yeah,
today?
you love this, right?
You know, I think that I probably don't miss that from cons, and it's probably gonna be shocking to me when I'm back at the table when someone's trying to haggle. We used to have this thing where it happens at a lot of cons. I don't know how to word this. What happens to a lot of cons? At a lot of cons some of the ones I go to, they're a local. There are people who will wait until the last 2 hours of the show, and what I guess happens is that security and the front gate, they probably disappear.
Right.
They probably disappeared. So at this point now, people are just walking in, and there's always a lady.
Them street urchins.
Yeah, and they come in with like 8 kids, and you're like,
Did she try to buy
whoa.
your art with food stamps?
Well, no. But they come in, you tell they don't have any money because we keep candy on the table, and they run over and they're like, "Is this free?" And you're like, "Sure." And they're like, "Attack!" You know.
Oh,
attack.
that's San Diego. That's San Diego. But that's yeah. That was something that we saw at San Diego.
And it's like, how did you get in here? Because you know there's no wristbands on them at this point. There's no wristbands.
Right.
It's like, how in the hell did you get in here?
Mhm.
And they're, you know, and I mean, like the kids are like, I got Snickers, me, I got it. He's like, geez, kid, go. But and then they try to get anything that you're gonna leave behind. Is this your art? Can I have that picture? Well, I can't give it to you, kid. I mean, as much as you want to, you know. I mean, there's a part of you just like, oh, this kid has some art. I want to give it to him.
No, you know what? Will Eisner told us a story about a situation that he had with a kid begging for artwork from him. That he said he was at a convention, and he said like this snot-nosed kid crying the whole thing came up to him, was begging for artwork. It's like, oh, this, that, and the little kid. So he said, it's like, fine, you know, and he did a piece for this kid. And, you know, just to, you know, and the kid was all happy and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, whatever. He did his good deed for the day. Well, he was walking out. I don't remember what he was doing. So Will Eisner was walking out of the convention center, let's say, and he happens to go into a stairwell. And in the stairwell was this group of guys, these group of guys. And in the middle was the little kid with his artwork, auctioning it off to these guys. And Will Eisner said at that point on, he never did a drawing for anybody at a convention again.
Kudos to that little kicker, though.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of bad.
Considering Will Eisner, it's like, I mean, I can't imagine how long ago this incident happened.
Yeah,
you know?
This is killing. See, he wants to say something smart ass about haggling so bad.
I do.
Yeah, I saw you jump and point.
Oh, it's you who like to haggle? Yeah.
I have never haggled an artist ever, not once.
Not an artist, but golly, man, I used to take you to video game stores, like those, you know, those video game stores with the used stores or whatever. She haggled them down, no problem. And at the end of it, she's such an artist when it comes to this, because at the end of it, they're smiling, almost like it was their idea to give it to her at this price. And I look at it because you wouldn't think that, you know, you see her, and you know, we kind of, oh yeah, this, you know, she's whatever. I don't want to give out her height because she might kill me later. But you're like, she's not really going to pull this off. And I've seen her pull it off every single time. She gets the price that she wants. So
yeah, but if it's a video game or something, that's different. I mean, it's but you know, like asking,
that's why she hasn't
has to put in the effort. You know,
I have not haggled any artists. I haven't even haggled you. In fact, you eat art. Remember? You didn't negotiate that night.
I had a girlfriend who was really good at getting free gas. Like, I would pull up at a gas station. She'd be like, I pull out some money. She's like, hold on, watch this. And she'd go in the gas station and she'd come back out and she'd pump my gas for me. And she'd get in the car, let's go. And I'm like,
I used to be able to do that too, but we just drive away.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
She went in there and made you think that she was talking to that guy. You were pumping and jumping.
You were pumping and jumping.
You know, they need. I was so glad they came because we used to have I remember they called it gas and go, which I was like that's. But they started calling it
pump and
run. Yeah, pump and run. I'm like, pump and run is what I do on Friday night. That's not. That's not.
I don't know how we're not in jail.
Yeah. Like pump and run is like a sexual act. Like, oh yeah, I went over there.
But yeah, but the moral of the story though is that set your prices and, you know, context. You know, it's like, you know, you'll know. I mean, it's like you have to decide who you're going to allow to haggle and who you're going to have to set hard prices for. That's it. You know.
Another question here, and this is from I'm losing stuff as I'm talking about it.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that's cool. That's how I'm supposed to do things. Okay, here we go. Sorry. And this one is from 8675309 Jenny. That's what her screen name is. 8675309 Jenny. She says, so it's stuck in everybody's head tonight. She says, hashtag hail hoes.
Hellos.
No one can ever accuse us of not having a sense of humor.
Kind of pissed off after it. Now, let's see. Should we get the Daphne Redo meter out? Let's see here.
Oh, brother.
Kind of pissed off after a con last weekend.
Okay.
Well, I was berated by one of the Simonites who says that all Simonites.
A Simonite?
Simonite?
Yeah. Well, Simonite, basically. Simonite.
Gail
Simone.
Simone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not familiar. So
who says that all female identifying creators need to get on the same page and tear down the patriarchy in comics. I admit there's shitty guys in comics, but fuck, not everyone with a dick is Hitler. Dickler. Copyright that. Are you ladies as sick and goddamn tired as I am of feeling the pressure of having to represent every female in comics?
That's a good question. I'm gonna give Jenny 86309.
Forgot the 7.
It's like thank you. It's like because it's funny. I've been seeing this conversation a lot about especially on Twitter about representation. Yeah, about just representation in general. And how a lot of times marginalized creators, not just women, but all different types of non-white guys. Let's just put it simply that every time they do something, for some reason, people get it in their heads that you have to be a representative of whatever group that you're a part of, even though your interest may have absolutely nothing to do with it. And the thing is that there is no same page for us to be on, because we're all reading different books. And when I do a project, I'm not doing it as a representative of anything but myself and my own interests. And everybody here, I'm sure, is the same way. If you get something out of it, then bravo, I'm doing my job as an entertainer. But I am not a corporation making a product to your specifications, according to what you feel I should be making because of whatever thing, category you need us to represent. And I am sick and tired of that, because it's like when I'm hearing creators going, I'm just going to turn all my characters white because it's less of a hassle that way. I mean, the nonsense, the nonsense. It's like, I am very sick and tired of that attitude. I am not your role model. I am not your mom. I am not your teacher. I am an entertainer. I am here. And even then I'm not entertaining you specifically.
Well, yeah. Meredith, how do you feel? Do you think as like they put this burden on females now that you guys have to be the representation of every one of you of females in comics, and you can't do that because it's not what they do. I'm sorry, I see Nita's getting ready, but go ahead, Meredith.
I kind of I reject it. Yeah. I reject it. It's not my responsibility. I have broad shoulders, yes, but I take on the burdens that I have. I am a creator. I am an entertainer. It is not my job to save the world. My job is what I have created, and I put that out there, and whether you accept it or not is on you.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep doing what I do because it fulfills me. It fulfills the things that I need to do as a creator, as a writer. And it's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
And I don't want that crap projected onto me. You know, I'm making my own way. I've had my own missteps and hurdles and brick walls and just I've fallen into the abyss as well, but I climb out. And so where I am now and where I am going to be is based on my efforts. And so to be that poster child for whatever it is that they're trying to project, find somebody else.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Miss Nita.
That's enough said between those two. Like, I just got into this argument on Twitter, the last Twitter argument I'll ever get in. By the time the conversation was over, I was a closeted Comicsgate whore. So whatever, you know, that no.
I'm sorry.
And that's something that they project
I'm a
onto you. It's like, wait a minute.
CCG.
Yeah,
You know?
that it's all projection. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, that has I mean, look, there are creators out there who I guess are basing their salt on this, you know, where it's like, this is exactly what they set out to do. They want to be a role model. They want to be a representative. So go find them.
Yeah.
Go
Right.
find them.
Yes, there are plenty of comic book artists that like to write stories with morals.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like your projection or lack of projection is not my problem.
Right. And there are so many people, they're like so passionate about this one thing. It's like, then why don't you fucking do it?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Why are you putting that on me? This is
if
your story. This is
so
your
important-
problem.
Put the motherfuckers on your shoulders, bitch. Damn.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, I mean, it's a problem if Indie Princess has to be the role model, because she's like, you know, like, I don't think that she could sit in a room with those with a Gail Simone. I mean, I mean, you know, I don't think she could, just because
I'm the last person you want your kids looking up to. I don't even want my kids looking up to me. Damn.
Lola, what do you think? Do you feel pressure though? I mean, you got a book, you know,
Especially an erotic book too, on top of everything.
yeah. How do you feel? Do you think that you represent, or you should be made to represent every female in comics?
I'm not representing every female in comics. They do what they want to do. I do what I want to do. And hopefully they can learn from what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think being influenced is great, but I don't think they should. I don't know if I want our children to be influenced by you. And just maybe the strength that you got to push on and persevere, but yeah, your mouth is kind of salty. I don't know if salty.
It is.
Yeah, it's I think the whole thing is a ridiculous concept, because like in the end it's like the politics are so feminist, it's misogynistic.
Oh my gosh, that was brilliant.
Because it's like you're narrowing, you're reducing us down to a gray paste. You know, I mean, it's like you're not seeing us as people. You're seeing us as concepts. You know, and it's like I can't do anything with that. And again, it's not my problem. I do my work the way I want to do it because it's my story to tell. I'm telling my story, not your story.
Mm-hmm. And this last question is from Aubrey, Aubrey. Aubrey says, "Okay, yeah. I get a little upset myself when I hear people call themselves artists, or when I see on Facebook they refer to themselves as an artist, only to find out that they are a singer or a painter or something else. I consider an artist to be someone who illustrates drawings, not a singer, not a pottery maker, not a crafter."
Well, I mean, a Subway sandwich artist.
yeah.
Wow.
The way that you space those tomatoes is an art style. I don't care.
So wait a minute, like carving into spam is not art?
It can be. It can be. Hey, look, if sandcastles are art, carving spam is definitely one of on the list. It has to be.
I've seen push it. I remember one guy called him, he's an illustrator.
I
said, really?
What happened?
Oh, this guy he called. He told me he was an illustrator.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, really? What? You know, I didn't know. And he's like, no, he was a rapper. And I'm like, really? I didn't know you were an illustrator. I didn't know. Oh no, man. You know, my words paint pictures, man. I'm an illustrator.
No, that's not the definition.
Yeah, and I'm like,
no. It's like
that's a myth.
Because it's funny because like when I hear the word, like I understand her frustration with the word artist because it does encompass a lot of the creative arts. You know, thus then artist, right? But when you're using very specific words like illustrator, there's definitely there's a definition there already that you don't get to make up because you think the word sounds cool.
Well, I stopped calling myself a writer because I don't feel like I'm a writer. I feel like because I've talked about this before, but it's just I don't feel like I'm a writer, especially not a good one. So it's like I call myself a writer opens myself up to criticism for my writing. So you're right, I'm not a writer. I'm a comic book creator. Because
but you can be a writer, but you're not an author. You can be a writer, but you're not a journalist. There's an overarching genre when you say writer and artist. But when you get to more specific subgenres, like I'm an artist, I'm an illustrator, that carries something that you have to be.
Right, I'm a sculptor, I'm a painter, right.
I sculpt cartoons with my pencil. That doesn't work.
That's not,
I be drawing shit.
I mean, it's like to
the basics.
Look, Varian, if it makes you feel any better, I don't consider myself a writer either.
Okay.
You know, even though I write my own stuff, but that's because my writing is so hyper focused. Like you couldn't ask me to write anything else. I can only write very specific things. So I don't consider myself a writer. I mean, I write my comic, but I don't consider myself a writer. So I don't use that word. Yeah.
Right. I feel the same way. I don't consider myself an author, though I've published. You know, I consider myself a writer because that overarching skill is what I do, from blogging to articles to, you know, just multiple genres. That's what I do. I write. So therefore I can call myself a writer. But I also like to doodle and sketch and things like that. I would never in my life call myself an artist, you know, because that to me is just, I haven't put the time or the education. I haven't dedicated time to educate myself in this. It's just like, okay, just kind of scratching away. And that's not to say that natural talent doesn't play a role in it. But I think it's also our comfortability, right? Like, what am I comfortable calling myself? And again, it's that whole projection thing. It's like, I don't want, it's like, I will call myself a writer because that's what I am. That's where I'm comfortable. But anybody else trying to put labels on me, I don't know. I push back on that often.
You're right. Yeah.
I mean, it's man, I'm pretty bad at that. The next one, guys, comes from, yikes, it's sad. This comes from John. John says, matter of fact, I believe John John's been in the chat before, but he says, you guys pray for my kid. I have not killed them yet, but I'm going to. He left my $1,600 set of Copic markers in the car for 2 days in the hot Arizona heat for 2 days. That motherfucker dead. The markers are no more. They are ruined. $1,600. And the art store will not take them out because the cases have actually melted.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
First of all, John, are you Catholic and do you believe in purgatory? Because that's the only way prayer is going to help your son.
But the thing is, though, is that how did you forget your own markers? I mean, even if your kid left
$1,600 worth of markers. I don't forget about that.
How did you forget them in the car? This might have been a team effort.
Yeah. I'm taking into consideration maybe his son's older, like maybe like older teen or whatever.
You mean like the time we told the kids go get the groceries out of the car, and like a week later there was like this putrid smell, and it was like a gallon of milk in the back of the van.
But the thing is, though, like if you spent like $1,500 on markers, I mean, wouldn't you know they were missing?
I didn't even spend that much on my phone, and I panic when I don't have it.
Right?
So, I would not.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean that's an investment. I want to know where my stuff is.
Because if I spent $1,500 on Copics, I'd be like, I'd be like that. I mean,
that's
I wouldn't
memed.
give it a choice. I wouldn't even give it a choice to explode in a car or something. Not for nothing, no. If the markers themselves are not melted, you might be able to reactivate them by putting alcohol in them. Not our sponsor Smirnoff. No, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah,
90%.
Right.
90%
It's like if you put like a couple of drops of because I've reactivated markers that way. I've gotten markers to last longer by doing that. So, and especially with Copics, $1,500 worth of markers. That's what, like five markers.
Oh wow! Well, we know who's never going to sponsor.
It's not like you're going to spend all day doing this. So no. But I'm serious though. I mean, you might be able to put like alcohol in them, like just a couple of drops. Let them sit, and then you might be able to reactivate them again. I mean, it's holding on hope here. I'm holding on hope.
It's quite possible because the dye isn't going to evaporate, just the alcohol in the marker.
Exactly. So,
No, I looked up. I'm on eBay.
Oh,
I see a Copic marker pen sketch all color set, 358 colors from Japan, shipped from FedEx, $1,545. So if you bought that set plus $35 shipping, you could. Oof.
Yeah, I look hope against hope. Use a little alcohol. Use the alcohol trick on it.
That's just their sky blue set.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, just I've asked my son to go get things for me out the car. Or did you bring that in, especially after a convention? That's happened too. Like, hey son, could you go get that? I'll bring this out the car. And then you realize it's not in the house. I understand how it could happen, especially if you come in from a convention, you crash for 2 days. You're like, maybe I don't feel well, and then you go
not with something worth $1,500,
right? Yeah,
no.
But it's art material. It'd be a little different. I don't know. I've left I left my book bag in the car once. I'm in Michigan, so the weather changes every 10 minutes. But I left my tablet in the car.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
No, I don't leave. Well, you see, I don't leave any like when I had access to a car. I mean, we never left anything in it, but that was more of like a fear of people breaking into the car. So I was always in the habit of taking stuff in and out of the car. So
I think it's right. Let's say you get home. Let's just say, in case scenario, in his defense, John gets home. It's all weekend. He's been at a convention. He's been working or whatever. Hey, kid, you're 15 years old. Go get my stuff out the car. Hey, did you get everything? Sure. 2 days later, you decide, hey, I'm ready to go back to work and start, drawing and coloring again. Hey, where are my markers? Oh, they're still in the car. So, it's like,
I'm gonna dance out there and. John Jr. is in trouble.
I promise John is not going to do it again.
Well, that's for sure. Try the alcohol thing, because like Nita said, it's not the pigment that evaporates, the alcohol. So you might not be completely out of luck.
My markers are ruined. Can I run an ad real quick?
Go right ahead.
All right, here we go.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait.
Is that right?
Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
Oh, and by the way, Eagle Raven, Air of the First Unicorn, is also now available through Liberty Distribution.
That's right. That's right. And also, another point of privilege. I want to be forever notated that Varian Grant was the first voice of Belle. Oh. So no matter what she does in the future, thanks to voice mod, I'm the first voice of Belle.
Hey, look, wait. It worked for Tina Belcher.
That was you?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Tina Belcher still sounds like him, though.
Yeah.
You see him on another show, it's like, hey, wait a minute, that's Tina.
Yeah, it's a program. I have to record it. Then I have to record it very slowly. Then I have to stick it in voice line, put all these different,
because I was about to ask man, you guys with the voiceovers just completely surprising me. I swear.
Yeah, because I thought it was Piper. I swear to God.
I did.
Isn't Piper talking really slow?
I looked at a video. My YouTube history is going to be really screwed up lately. I looked at a video for transgenders and how to feminize your voice. I've been looking at those videos for the past 2 weeks, so I think Google probably thinks I'm
do a commercial.
Yeah, and which I could have just hired somebody to do it.
Hold on, my Wi-Fi is giving me issues.
And
your internet's fucking up.
So the first thing teacher is to hold your Adam's apple up really high and don't let it move. And sometimes you have to put your hand there to keep it up. And it helps to talk slower and to start putting a bit softer tones onto your voice. And once you start feminizing your voice, and then I put that in voice mod and started messing around with it.
I'm waiting for him to go, oh, and then I hired this person to do the voice. I'm waiting for that punchline.
I want Sue to try this. Let's see.
Yeah, me too. Do it.
What are we doing? I got to do it.
Here, I'll come hold your Adam's apple for you.
Feminize your voice.
Hello. How y'all doing?
He could do this. I've heard him read bedtime stories to the kids, and he does all the voices. It's great.
Yeah, it's not that
Nobody
hard.
Can hear you. You're muted.
Dude, Dorothy. They're like the Woogle Bug and freaking.
No, not for nothing though. But
you did Amelia Bedelia, motherfucker. for 6 months, like when you talk like Amelia Bedelia, it'd be like, because that meant it was almost bedtime.
I mean, not for nothing though. Doing voiceovers is hard. I'm experimenting with doing audio books and doing audio versions of our comics, and yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky.
I don't think I could have gotten it that good as it is without voice mod. Like being able to take what I did and then throw that.
Yeah.
That definitely helped because otherwise it just would have came out like this.
And it would just sounded like you sounding like Varian making a voice.
Yeah. So
that would sound feminine, but not in the way you want it to.
Yeah. That wouldn't have been. Yeah. Although I can do my mother's voice pretty good. I think I picked the mannerisms of her voice more so than her. Just the mannerisms of how she speaks, because there's like this kind of southern drawl, but not quite, and it's weird. But anyway, yeah. I think that as far as leaving your stuff in the car, try to fix those and try. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
And never trust a child to do a man's job.
Yeah, I mean,
15 happens. That's man work.
It happens. It happens.
I don't kill your kid. Don't kill your kid. They didn't mean it. So yeah. What did we learn here today? Don't put exposed body parts in your art and put it on Indiegogo.
Right. Yeah.
Surprises me because Indiegogo was always seen as a company that would kind of look the other way. I asked Lola.
It's getting a little crazy out there.
Their posts are being reported too.
Yeah, credit card companies are kind of bugging out, especially now, and it's like, and everybody's becoming a target. So That's
and the TNA gets it first.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but who benefits more from TNA than credit card companies? I mean, let's be honest.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's like, yeah, they benefit, but because I've said this before, every platform on the internet is on the backs of pornographers and sex workers, and the second they want to go legitimate, those are the people they throw under the bus.
Yep,
and
it's kind of like the mafia trying to go straight. Yeah,
that's exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because and then it's like you have all these companies who want to, like, there's this whole thing about they're probably being funded by a lot of religious groups, and so they're feeling pressure to.
And the Million Moms, don't forget them heifers.
Yeah, it's like they're they're feeling pressure to to kind of like do this, and yeah, it's I'm still salty from being banned on Patreon for having an adult content on an adult account. So yeah, I'm still salty about that.
That's because you're super adult.
Yeah, well, yeah, but but in the end, what got me was a butt.
In the end, what got you was a butt. That's
I told Lola, I said maybe you made the change. Like, there's man button.
Actually, I think
man butt.
By the way, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty, everyone?
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
that's not my collection.
Look, I can show you. Look, I can actually show you the picture that got me that got me off of Patreon.
Okay,
do it.
This one.
Really?
Really?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. This is the picture that got me banned on Patreon.
But that's
my gosh,
that's not even a butt.
And this and
what did you just say?
This is the censored version. I had the censored version on Patreon, but that's too much. That's too much butt.
That's too much butt.
That's a rump roast.
Okay.
That's not even too much butt.
Yeah.
Did you just call that a rump roast?
Yeah. So.
That's not too much butt.
But that's what it is. That's what it is.
It's a rump roast.
I mean, it's like you can see more ass in Sports Illustrated.
That's a rump roast.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean
but that's the picture.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go over there and you see Dr. Frankenfurter's Patreon, and it's all good. Nobody says anything about that.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, there were that's what really made it tough for me, because there were artists at the same time that I was following where it's like they couldn't even be consistent, and they were like had everything out and whatnot, and I'm over here, it's like, oh great, I'm banned for 2 weeks, thanks.
Yeah, see, that's
yeah.
It's not like you were like, what's her name, Raylan? Remember her? You guys remember Raylan? She internet model from about 3-4 years ago. And she posted a picture on Instagram, and all of a sudden she was everyone's favorite. But she has an illness that makes like Lola's breast keep getting bigger, Raylan's butt keeps getting bigger. And here she is.
Why can't I have a cool disease?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Well,
I get like tonsillitis, appendicitis.
I don't know if I would consider that a cool disease.
That might not be so.
Because it's like I had to read up on that, and it's like it's not fun.
For a little curve.
Just a little.
Instead of being shaped like a rectangle.
Oh no!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
And
what? No.
Also, guys, I know that a lot of you are making trips, planning trips to Disney. I won't be able to join anybody this year because I'm poor. No, I know my doctor.
Well, you have
told
an
me,
empire to run. I can't imagine it'd be easy for you to leave for a week or something.
And my doctor told me, he says with all the immune problems that you have, I want you to stay from Disney at least for another year.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
Here's the problem. I need something. And I've talked to JD about this. I've talked to everybody who might go near or by a Disney park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They have a cup holder.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I need it in my life. There
Which
it is.
one is it? Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
nice.
There it is. It's a cup holder.
I mean, it's like that might be a Disneyland exclusive, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're putting them all. Somebody said that they're gonna try to put them in all the parks, but you know.
But if we see it, we got you, boo. We got you.
Yeah, it's funny. It says let's sign ahead of it. Says Coke. It says the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet cup holder, $27.75.
Yeah,
with free drink.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Well, not for nothing, because without the drink, it's still $27.75.
Yeah, so you're like, don't give me the drink.
Right. Yeah. It's Disney. That's.
I just came for the drink.
Yeah.
Lola, have you learned anything from this show?
Oh my God, it's one of these shows now.
Oh, are we supposed to be educational?
All right.
Didn't we go through a whole thing saying that, we're not your social worker type of thing? We're not your mother. We're not your teacher. We're not your role model.
But what did you
not
learn?
anyone's role model.
Yeah, I really find that whole concept offensive, to tell you.
Be yourself. Don't worry about everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Superman whole problem, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Superman. Yeah. Just be yourself.
Be yourself. Yeah.
Don't worry about the other. And don't let the other creators tell you who you need to be, because
Right. Yeah. Don't do art by committee. Leave that to the corporations. Let them make the paste. We don't make paste.
Because otherwise you'll be a part of the.
Well, I sometimes make paste. But
Yeah, exactly. The smooth brain gang. Yeah,
Smooth
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Lola, do you want to ask everyone to get you found it? Because you've reached over your hour.
I know, it went by like super quick.
Yeah, it did, really. Oh,
Yeah,
it was good
so,
questions. Good questions today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were decent.
We'll start with Minter. Minter, where can you be found?
You guys can find me over at linktree.com/MEREJ99, like you see in my name right here. And linktree.com/RaygenAVC. That's got all of the links for what Nita and I are doing, these two crazy bitches, and our personal link trees as well.
And will you be attending Baggage Shots on Saturday?
I cannot commit to that yet. I do not know.
Boo.
But my husband is now an associate manager of a liquor store. So
Nice.
I get discounts. And Smirnoff is on the menu.
Smirnoff for everybody.
Mr. Grant.
Oh, yeah. My name is Varian Grant, and I be doing stuff. Shit. Now I feel like I'm stuck. I do stuff. I make comics and stuff, and you can find me at KYD_V on Twitter. WhenWeRiot.com, a personal website. Check out IndieVote.com. Please check out Liberty Entertainment Distribution. That's ledg.us online, and Last Call Comics, which I'm getting ready to drop some new books very soon. So keep your keep your eyes peeled, but keep your eyes peeled. I got stuff coming, I promise.
What you need is a Star Wars crawl of everything you do.
No, yeah. Exactly,
yeah. That's sometimes I forget everything I do. I made that. And me? Okay.
And see?
See, Michael Lanning, I do have a link tree, but the only thing linked to it right now is my Facebook. My SMM was supposed to take care of that, but they
I need
haven't
payment.
yet.
Payment.
I'll give you payment.
All right.
Meet me after the show.
And then there were 6.
Of course, it's Facebook, Twitter, and everything. And yeah, right.
That would be 7.
What? Anyway, all the usual haunts, and sometimes on Wednesday night Wham, which is supposed to be moving to 7:00 Central next week. So we will see. But other than that, just keep tuned. Stay tuned.
Anita.
I'm Nita. I can be found where Meredith said I could be found, and right there is where it's best to get in touch with me. There we go. Yo, good
And
night.
you'll be on Backer Shots with me.
And I will be on Backer Shot Saturday, and I hope we get some serious backers. Because that Hangover Sunday,
And Daphne.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sorry, my mind is my mind is already like fulfilling Kickstarters again. So you can find all my work at eagleworks.com, which is my main portfolio site, where you can find lists of all my galleries and social media. But I mostly hang out on Facebook if you want to see like sketches and work in progress and dopey doodles and all that kind of thing. And also you can check out my YouTube channel for kind of semi-weekly live streams. I didn't do one today because I just had way too much going on. But I have all these videos on how I create my work. You can also at eagleworks.com, you can read the first 5 issues of Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn for free in its original black and white format. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more action adventure oriented, you can go to Tall Tales online and read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free. And sign up for our newsletter because we have a lot of campaigns coming up. So just so you don't miss anything. And also what you'll find at EagleWorks also is the link to the uncensored House of Bob, the artwork that's frightened somebody at Patreon for showing too much butt. So you can see the uncensored versions of these pieces on Fur Affinity. You can find the link at eagleworks.com too. So yeah, so everything's at eagleworks.com.
And guys, if you want to hunt me down, go to Linktree Indie_Princess, and all my links are there. And you'll catch me again on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Backer Shots. And then next Tuesday, I will be on Indie Vote Live Wire at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's it.
And everybody got quiet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you soon. I'm going to go work on comics.
Yeah, me too. Well, we'll see everybody. Me and Varian will see everybody tomorrow morning for Breakfast Buzz.
You're right.
Varian won't be there.
Yeah. I'll get up for Thursday morning. Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah, it's Sundays. You never show.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
It's because we drink on Saturday.
You know that Drake meme? It's like Thursday morning. Sunday.
No. On that note, goodbye. Have a good night, everybody.
Ciao, everybody.